My problem with biohacking. I have this friend who loves biohacking. She calls herself a biohacker. She has every pill, potion, and gadget, tens of thousands of dollars worth. She follows all my colleagues who have biohacker brands. I know all those guys. My friend goes to their conferences and she buys everything that they sell that she can afford. Here's my issue with biohacking. The human body isn't a computer. You can't hack it. Or even if you insist you can, you have to ask, is the answer always that you should? I feel like the biohacking movement doesn't have the old wisdom of the great doctors and scientists of the past. They often discard the truth for technology. I feel like they're missing the education that I was blessed to get from my grandmother and thousands of hours of my own seeking and researching. My grandmother beat cancer without chemo and radiation, and consequently, all of her 47 grandchildren got to know her. It's me that she gave all her books to when I was in my 20s and my health crashed. I'm so grateful for that foundational education because some amazing doctors knew how healthy people lived long before there was biohacking, long before all the marketers took over and hijacked the Western world's consciousness relative to health and wellness, making it very expensive and very complex. It's not that everything biohackers teach you is wrong. I love saunas and they love saunas. For example, I like those guys. A bunch of them are my friends. But I think that we get into dangerous territory, like transhuman territory, in fact, when we go all in on the idea that we can ignore what has created healthy populations and unhealthy populations for 10,000 years. We have available to us information, for instance, compiled by Yale University's Dr. David Katz, who cites 6,500 studies on what the healthy human beings alive on Earth eat and have eaten. The biohacking movement mostly doesn't have that background or value it. They're busy trying to hack human health with one molecule in a pill, completely unaware of how swallowing synthetic pills with one molecule causes other changes in the body that haven't actually been researched. Or a gadget that stimulates some function in the body, but science knows less about the human body than many of the PhDs and MDs act like we do. So we have to take a wider angle view. I think that the smartest people look carefully at what healthy people do and what unhealthy people do. I know the prominent biohackers personally, and I respect them, and I believe that they're doing what they think is in the interest of their health and their followers' health. But I think we should value the decades of research on what the healthiest populations in the world eat and do. And it's simpler and it's less expensive than the tens of thousands of biohackers out there think. I'm worried that a lot of people think that they can eat the standard American diet or the diet where you eat loads of fat or loads of meat and just use biohacking to be healthy. The biohackers' followers' homes are full of expensive pills, potions, and gadgets. Some of their followers spend all their discretionary income on 300 different pills and gadgets. I feel like we've lost some respect for the very unique organism that is a human being. Maybe you'll tell me that I'm crazy and that you really value all your tens of thousands of dollars worth of gadgets and gizmos and supplements, but I think we're losing knowledge about the human body, mind, and spirit with all the biohacking and marketing. I'm giving 2 weeks of health coaching in a small group away for $1. I'd really like the pure knowledge my grandmother, Eleanor Romney, had to be preserved and passed on. When diagnosed with cancer and absolutely everyone begged her to do the chemo and radiation, she chose the road less traveled. I've chosen the road less traveled too, and it's made all the difference. Feel free to join me for $1 in our Insiders Health Coaching group so I can pass on all I've learned in 25 years that have led to a 56-year-old life without drugs, reliance on pharma, symptom-free, strong energy from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. every single day. I'd feel very blessed to have you on the journey in my health coaching group for just $1.